morning, and welcome to Talking Money in the Morning Live with your main man, H Cortez, the one and only financial health mentor to the working class, where I do my absolute best to bring practical yet proven wealth building strategies to working men and women all over this great nation of ours. It is truly an honor, privilege, and a blessing to come to you each and every morning. And every morning I show up, you guys show up, so I certainly appreciate it. It's nothing like having good friends to talk to and kick it with each and every morning, especially those who are of like minds and like spirits and are trying to accomplish some of the similar things that you are. That's just truly a blessing. Today we're talking about how to reduce your student loan payments, guys. Shout out to my man Cedric Williams. This is some powerful information that I just got from one of my crossline buddies. And I just want to bring it to you guys. As you know, every time I learn something, I learn, I do, and I teach. Now, in this case, I can't do because I don't have any student loans. Mine are paid off. But if I did, I would definitely be doing this. But now, since I can't do it, I can still teach it, because if you know somebody who's struggling with student loans, go ahead and tag them in this video. Go ahead and share this on your stream. There are tons and tons of people who can't build wealth right now because they're trying to figure out that student loan battle. So share this on your stream if you're watching this on Facebook, so we can help people overcome the student loan battle. And then if you're checking us out on YouTube, grab the link, send it to a friend that you know is drowning in student loan debt, so they can understand how to overcome that challenge. Because this is some powerful information. And as you guys know, that I attack my debt with a vengeance, man, because debt is literally the enemy of your wealth. And if you're not attacking it, then you're saying you're okay with an enemy being right in your home, destroying your home from the inside out. So let's get right into it today. Just in case you stumbled up on this show on accident, I'd like to let people know exactly who this show is for. This show is for my risers and grinders this morning. If you woke up this morning ready to get up, get out, and get something, start building upon your legacy, this show is for you. If you're the type of person that understands the significance of the word sacrifice, and you're willing to make some tough sacrifices today so you can live a greater tomorrow, you're making some tough sacrifices today so your children can live a better tomorrow, then this show for you, this is your show, man. This show is specifically for people like that. If you're an eternal optimist and you can find a way to see the good in everything, in every situation, and how all things work together for the good of you, this show is for you. If you, my friend, are the type that has the desire to build wealth, you know you got it in you, you got the discipline, you got what it takes, but maybe you're lacking some game plan, maybe you need a strategy, maybe you need a team of people around you who are of like minds, maybe you need a coach, mentor, I don't know. But if that is you and you're sincerely seeking a way to overcome financial overcome financial stress, you're sincerely seeking a way to go from glory to glory in your finances, then this show, my friend, is for you. Now, on the other hand, who is this show not for, right? If you're one of those people that have that weird relationship with money and you think that money is evil, capitalism is a dirty word, this show ain't for you, man. If you don't like the fact that I just said the word money 12 times in the last 10 seconds, this ain't your show, man, because I can promise you this. I'm going to say money, wealth, legacy, income, whatever, probably another 300 or 400 times before we're done here today in the next 30 to 45 minutes. So you can tune out right now and we won't miss you. Right? If you're sitting back thinking that, wow, Donald Trump is now president, he's a businessman, so maybe he's going to fix the economy instead of focusing on your economy, this show ain't for you. It's not for you. And that's okay. Just find a show that's for you, because the people who listen to this show tend to attract money, success, prosperity to them. Now, here's what you got to understand about money and putting it in this proper perspective. If you think money is evil, if you think wealthy people are jerks, your subconscious mind will never allow you to attract anything evil to you. If you think money is evil, you think wealthy people are jerks, your subconscious mind will never allow you to become wealthy, because why would it allow you to become a jerk? So you have to understand, put money in its proper perspective so that you can attract it to you because it's just a resource. Just like I go turn that tap on and an abundance of water comes out every time I turn it on, I want to be able to go to my bank account and turn that tap on and have an abundance of the resource of money come out so I can do what I want, when I want, how I want, and start to live my life. So if that's not you, this show is not for you, and you can tune out. Because like I tell you before every show, if you've never seen a future billionaire before, that's billion with a B, I want you to take a screenshot because you're looking at one, and then watch me work over the next 5 to 10 years. Whether you cheer for me or cheer against me makes me know never mind. But what I advise you to do is get in the game with me, because there's not a single billionaire on this planet who's ever got to a billionaire status without helping dozens and tens of dozens and hundreds and tens of hundreds and thousands and tens of thousands of people become better financially on their way to the top. So you can cheer for me, cheer against me, but I advise you to get in the game with me. How do you legally reduce your student loan payments? Right? That's what we're talking about today, guys. It is, and I didn't think about this. This came from somebody else that I follow, somebody that I watch, Cedric Williams. So if you're not following him, you certainly should. Powerful young brother, doing great things in the area of business. But we're in the same business, and he's a financial educator like me. And when I heard him speak on this, I said I had another topic for this morning and had another one for tomorrow, and I was like, man, I got to push that stuff back. I got to bring this to the people because so many people are struggling with these student loans. I mean dozens. I mean just struggling. And when you think about it, you know, this is where I believe the system is broken, because you go to school to get a good job. Then you get a good job just to pay for school, right? I think the system is broken. You go to school to get a good job, and then all of the money that you earn on that good job, a lot of it goes out to paying for school, right? So you have to put that in its proper perspective, and not to say that there's something wrong with college. I just think there's something wrong with the fact that because the government backs student loans, and if you want to go to college, it doesn't matter who you are, what your financial state is. If you can qualify to get into college, then your student loans are guaranteed. They're going to guarantee to give you the money to afford school, right? Via a loan. And whenever you have a system like that as a business, which colleges is a business, they're saying that it doesn't matter what these students do. As if they apply for the loan, the government is going to back and give them the loan. Then we're just going to keep raising tuition. And now tuition is just through the roof, guys. It's just ridiculous how much it costs to go get an education. And I know that some of these schools are spending the money and they have a phenomenal resource. I got 2 kids in college right now. I got a son at UMKC, which is a state university for Missouri. Matter of fact, some of you guys may know Mizzou in Columbia, Missouri, more than you know UMKC, but it's the same school system, right? It's the same program. UMKC is just their Kansas City campus, while Mizzou is the Columbia campus. And then I have one right over here across the bridge from me at Lindenwood University. And I know, I've been on campus, I've done the tours, and I know they have phenomenal facilities and all of that. But guys, let's be real. A lot of that stuff is state funded. A lot of that stuff don't take up the maintenance that they say is required. A lot of that stuff isn't costing them the money that they say they're spending on that stuff, which allows them to inflate tuitions. But the number one reason they're inflating tuition is because loans for students are guaranteed by the government. If the government didn't back student loans, if students were having trouble accessing the capital they need to get into those schools, I promise you, the tuition costs would be a lot less. But when you have an unlimited amount of resources to tap into, then you just keep raising prices, because every time you raise prices, kids still qualify for loans, and you just keep doing that. So that's the problem that we're having. But here's how you lower the cost of your student loans legally and legitimately. You guys not going to be ready for this, man. But you got to start a home-based business. All right? You have to start a home-based business. Now, I know some of y'all are thinking, oh, here you go, Mr. Home-Based Business Consultant trying to get us in his business. Yeah, I'm always trying to get you in my business because I want my business to help you build wealth. But when you understand the power of having a home-based business and what that can actually do for you, then you start to think a little bit differently. See, I just learned today, like I said, I haven't had a student loan in about 12 years or so that I paid my student loan off. And it wasn't much because I didn't finish college. I went through, I tell people I checked out after the first 2 weeks. I officially dropped out after 2 full semesters, right? So I checked out after 2 weeks. I just knew college wasn't for me. And then I did go another semester or two. And then I was like, you know what, I'm not going back. So I didn't have the $30,000, $40,000, $50,000 student loans that a lot of people have. I owed a couple thousand. And I was able to square that away. And I actually wasn't going to pay that, but then they started going into my check. So that took care of that. But I wish I would have known this years ago. Here's how a home-based business can help you reduce your student loan costs. See, when you're done with school, the moment you graduate, right, they start to want their money back. That's why some people are playing that game and they stay in school their whole lives. Because they keep pushing off that student loan. Because as long as you're in school, you don't have to pay it back. So they can work a job and then take a class and take a single class, 3 credit hours for the rest of their life and never get their degree. But they're taking 1 credit hour per semester, so that pushes off the student loans. Well, guys, when you do finally finish, I don't care if you finish at 65, I don't care when you finish, you're ultimately going to have to pay that student loan back. So here's how you minimize or reduce the amount that you pay to the student loan companies. You have to understand how the money game is played. Your student loan payment is based on your income. So they have what's called an IBR, or income-based repayment plan, right? So here's why a home-based business is so significant. Because the actual income that they're basing your payment on is your adjusted gross income, right? So what does adjusted gross income mean? That means you make $60,000 on your job and you're filing head of household. As head of household, your standard deduction is $9,300. So your adjusted gross income is $60,000 minus $9,300. So what is that? 50,700, if my math is right. Don't hold me to that. Get your own calculators out. 50,700, right? So that's your adjusted gross income. Now, if you have children, then maybe you get earned income credit. So that might be another 3,000. So that brings it down a little bit more. So your adjusted gross income is the income amount after they make all of those adjustments. So maybe you start at 60,000 and after your adjustments, your adjusted gross income is 40,000. So what they're going to do is they're going to say, okay, based on your 40,000 adjusted gross income, this is how much you can afford to pay your student loan back. This is how you can afford to pay, how much you can afford to pay back to your student loan. And that might be $300 or $400 based on your $40,000 a year adjusted gross income. Well, guys, if you haven't been following me long, if this is your first time tuning into the show, you guys, I'm going to tell you what I do, and this is my specialty. I do a lot of things, first and foremost, but what I specialize in is helping people use the United States tax code to build wealth. Using the United States tax code to build wealth, because it is my humble opinion that the United States tax code is the #1 wealth building tool in the entire world. That's why people are flocking to this country, really. Because we have a wealth building tool like none other. Like none other. Yes, if you are working a job only, then the United States tax code is killing you. But if you add a home-based business to your job, we add a 1099 to the W-2, then your home-based business in the United States tax code literally becomes your friend. Guys, if you're not taking a page out of Donald Trump's book, Donald Trump is a brand. 100% of his lifestyle is tax deductible. The Financial Health Mentor is a brand. 100% of my lifestyle is tax deductible. That means everywhere I go, I'm promoting a brand. So everything that I spend on in way of living my life is to help me sustain the #1 promoter of the brand. So my meals, my entertainment, the miles I drive on my car, the wages I pay to my children, all of that is a tax write-off for me. Why? The reason I'm bringing this up as it relates to student loans, because guess what? Your student